Hello and welcome back. Thanks for everybody who joined Alex's live stream on the goats. That was super fun. Had a good time being there with you guys. Chit-chatting, frit-fratting. I'm going to take my hair down in privacy really quick. Welcome back. Who's here? Dangerous Eyes, hey! Goats! That was fun, right? Cool. Yeah, so Alex texted me while I was in the middle of the live and he said, hey, I'm going live soon. He just decides on like a huge whim. And so I was glad we were at the end of the book, you know, at the end of the chart. So I haven't sent that on Skype yet because I wanted to hop back on with you guys. But again, when I'm done with my live stream. They're so cute. Yeah, we are so lucky. So he's out at my mother's house. And that's where the goats live because we don't have the property we want yet, which is another reason why we're going to Texas. So, is Tangerine here yet? Caitlin Bradley, hi! You were just wondering about how to watch some of my videos. What a perfect timing. Interesting! Why were you wondering about how to watch some of my videos? Oh, you were just about to watch. That's so cool. It is perfect timing. I pulled my hair down, so it's just been bugging me today. I colored it yesterday. Thanks, Moon Tiger's Path and Kimberkiss and Rosie! Rosie, we were all just on the goat stream. Are you subscribed to my husband's channel yet? Because that's where we all just were. So fun. Thanks, you guys. So I've promised to read a myth for Lunaya. I think that's how I pronounce her name. But Tiki Lay, hi, how are you? Or Tiki Lee? Tiki, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll just call you Tiki. Oh, Thomas, yeah, they're so lovable. They said hi, especially Rosemary. Yeah, so she's named after Rosemary's Baby, because that was one of my favorite movies to watch with my dad when I was a kid. And that sounds weird, but he let me watch that when I was like 6 and 7. Hence why I like horror movies so much. Probably a bit too early, but that's okay. Is Tangerine Layla here? Tangerine Layla, are you here? Tangerine Layla. I'm trying to figure out what these are, and I feel like she'll know. They're these like Beatles baseball card things that I found at a thrift shop, and I've just never seen something like them before, and I tried to eBay them and find them, and they all just say this on the back. They're like bubblegum cards or something. For a sticker book, they're not stickers, they're like baseball cards. And there's like a picture of each of them, and look at this one. Oh, the eyebrows are so good. Oh, look at this one. His face is just so on point there. Hey, Queen! Yet to watch the videos on goats on Alex's channel. Yeah, we were just on his live stream. Because he's been going live quite often, and that's fun. They are amazing! Like, look, this one, he looks kind of like, that guy in the wheelchair that's super smart, Stephen Hawking. And they just love these side profile pictures. They have the funniest little faces. Oh, I've got a double of this one. That means I can give one to a friend. Look at these. They're just great. So I don't know what they are, but they've all got, you know, a number on the back, and it says 3rd series, number 116 through 65. I don't know if I have to go through to see if I have the whole series. Hi, Purple Sky, how are you? Yeah, you know, and I don't think they're really signed, obviously. It's a printed signature, you know, you can tell. But, they're just really good, and they're too good for me to like decoupage with. I think that they're some sort of collector's item, but there's no year on it. They're printed in the US, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to send some pictures to Tangerine. Look here, they're singing in the water. They're just in little shorts in the bay, and they're just singing in the water. It's the Beatles. It's the bloody Beatles. Jamakai, hello! The Beatles say hello. Look, they're saying hello. Hi! Oh, we're about to run into some ones that are in color. Oh. I think he looked better in black and white. I think I look better in black and white as well, though. I think most things look better in black and white. Hence the non-colored sleeve. This may be... Oh! The back of this one has some interesting information. I love the Beatles too, look! See? Love me some Beatles. And some Elvis and Doors and Bowie and so many things. So yeah, interesting little cards, and I'm gonna have to figure... It says on the back of this one, this is what it says on the back. It says, "Dear Diary, we could hardly sleep the night before we appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. Never before had we been seen by such a large audience at once. The studio only held 1,500 people, and all the tickets were gone months in advance. During dress rehearsal, an additional 1,500 people were let in to watch. It was all so thrilling." And that's written by Ringo. See there? So yeah, these are here. This one says, "Dear Diary," and this is written by George. Okay, and it's on this picture. By George. "Dear Diary, today we really lived dangerously. We disguised ourselves pretty good and went to a movie. It has been months since we'd been in a motion picture. We saw From Russia with Love, with the James Bond thriller. All the boys really enjoy these spy chasers, and we try to see every one in the series. Ringo spends a lot of time reading about his hero too." Those are so cool, you guys. Like, Tangerine, are you here? What are these and where did they come from? I'll read one more. This was also by Ringo, and it's on the back of this card. And it says, "Dear Diary, what a wild bunch of fans were at the Rooster Cellar. Early in the evening, they covered the stage with the little jelly babies that they were throwing. But before long, they were tossing purses, autograph books, pens, and wallets up at us." He didn't mention underwear, but that was certainly in there. "I'm glad I sit in the back where I'm away from all the gunfire. John, Paul, and George have to be nimble." These are so cool. I don't know why I never really thought to read the back of them. Do you guys want to hear this from John? What John has to say? There's one more Dear Diary moment. There's two more. Okay, there's two more Dear Diary moments of the Beatles. Do you want to read them? Or should we just move on from this? I never know if people are bored or not. Oh, no, it's okay. I just saw Tangerine, and I can just... I don't want to bug her, because she's been on my live streams for like an hour. But, yeah, thanks. Thank you, Thomas. Just let her know I'm showing the Beatles cards, I guess. Read them! Okay, so... Do you want to hear from John or Paul? Let's see. We heard from John. Let's hear from Paul. This is the front of the card. Look how happy they are. And, oh my god, look at those guitars. Those guitars. Epic. So epic. Okay. So this is what Paul says. "Dear Diary, today was our third performance in Hamburg, Germany. Our first two nights didn't seem to cause too much of a stir, so we sat around thinking of a way to improve our act. Tonight, we will appear on stage in bright-colored swimsuits. I'm sure all the audience will remember our names now. The Silver Beatles." Interesting. Okay, and this is the last card. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. They look like they're about to do a cover version of "Give Me Some Money" by Spinal Tap. This one? In this one? Or in this one? Oh my god. I do like Spinal Tap. Look, they're all smoking cigarettes here. Oh, yeah. Alright, so Dear Diary, and this is from John. "A funny thing happened today. We were all set to go on stage, but George was late. Just before the curtain went up, George came running over to us. He had been swimming and lost track of the time. These guys really like to swim. You know, they did. Is that what they were doing in the day? Is that like the swim or whatever? I don't know what it's called really. And then didn't it have one of these in it? Where's Tangerine? She would know. No, I'm kidding. Tangerine has a life too. He had been swimming and lost track of time. My mind is just speaking out loud to you guys. I'm sorry. His hair wasn't combed and he was sitting dripping wet. George performed with his hair hanging over his face. The audience screamed in their approval. John. The one with the guitars. This one. Yes, that's what I thought. So geeky they are. But I love them because they're just, to me, they just look geeky. Like in this picture I have above my bed, they're all like very stern-faced and it kind of freaks me out. That's why I put it there. But, you know, most of the pictures, they look like grinning children, you know, like, girl, so excited to be alive, you know. It's the Beatles! Ah! So yeah, I gotta figure out what these cards are, but they're pretty cool. Thanks for reading those with me, you guys. Did we miss? At some point I'll make sure we didn't miss any, and then I'll read the ones I missed if I did. Luna's not here, but if you guys want to read a myth, let me know. What an awesome find, I agree. Or we could make some magical tea. If anybody has a certain intention that they want a magical tea made for them, I could do that. Yesterday we did a tea for joy, and it tastes amazing. I'm still drinking it today. I made another batch of it. Jezebel was on with us yesterday and wanted a tea for joy. When we did our Dollhouse Madness, Kimberkiss, did you get to check that out? I opened up the dollhouse. I made up this totally, like, inspired by Fred Rogers, Land of Make-Believe. We have the Queen of the Uglies and the Uglies. We have the Cosmic Cat King, who has the Purple Elephant Oaf. We have the Norms, which is the family's called the Norms. And there's, they're definitely not normal, but they're called the Norms because they're the normal-sized characters. The rest are like stuffed animals and porcelain dolls that are huge for the dollhouse, so they look like giants. And there's this character, she's just a teenager who has to watch her little baby brother all the time because her parents just, like, play around all the time. And then this is her best friend who had to move in with her because her parents aren't very good either. So they just, like, live together in the dollhouse, the Norms, and there's this whole land of make-believe that we're creating, which is, like, so good. Because, and at the beginning of every episode, I make a magical tea, and we have a certain type of biscuit, and there's this part of this intro with Claire. It's just, I put it all together. As Thomas knows, I talked about it all day yesterday. I'm really proud of that, and we're going to make it definitely a big thing. But, if anybody wants to create a magical tea right now, we could certainly do that. Because I've got the means. Who loves Texas too? Okay, let's see. I've got some questions. And we're going to be making yogurt, you guys, out of 3 ingredients. Coconut, grapes, and passion fruit in a blender. But that's not an ingredient, but you do need that, or a food processor. So when Alex gets home, we're going to make that. Yeah, it's just this whole, like, land of make-believe that we created, and there's universes, and we did improv with it, so when you show up on the live stream, I'm like, shout out a couple words, and then I said, okay, we'll take past lives and God and Goddess, so we, like, made a scene out of it. It was, you couldn't see me, you could just see my hands playing with the dolls, and I made voices. It was really fun. So, we're bringing out our inner children, we're embracing our youth. Hi, Nina! I know, 2 live videos in one day. What? So, does anybody want does anybody have an intention for a magical tea, or did I miss that? Okay, no, I didn't miss it. So, here's the intentions we could make a tea for. Let me tell you the intentions. Or, if you tell me joy, I could figure out an intention. So, yeah. Yogurt. I know, I saw Rosie. Congratulations, that's a big deal. It's a big deal to embrace and love yourself, and I'm so proud of you for doing that video yesterday, because I've known people who were littles, and when you said it on my stream yesterday, I didn't know if I was sure what you were talking about, but that's what I thought you were talking about. So I'm very proud of you for doing that, because it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's so freeing once you tell your friends, you know? And we love you no matter who you are and what you do, as long as you love us back and don't hurt us, which you never would, you know? So we're so... Monkey tea? Okay, what's monkey tea? Let's read the intentions. Well, no. Like, let's do a thing, like, do you need better health? Do you need to sleep better? Do you want your meditations to be deeper? Do you want money tea? Oh yeah, let's do money tea. I love it, and I need that myself, so let's do money tea. Alright, so we're reading out of Cunningham's Encyclopedia for Magical Herbs. Herbs. And then you go, the magical intentions start on page 276. And money, L-M-N-O-P-L-M, right, L-M. Money, riches, treasures, and wealth to maintain, right, to obtain. And then there's loads of stuff. So we go through this list, and then we go through the herb cabinet over here. Whoop, and we make our magical tea. Alright, we're going to make the tea in a bowl. A magical bowl that my husband made for me. Here's the bowl. It's so pretty. Jen, what about moon tigers? Is there something that can be done with common kitchen herbs for removal of self-doubt or improving confidence? Well, hey Thomas, will you Skype me that question so that I can answer that in like a video for her? Moon Tiger, I'm going to answer that in a video for you, because I want to answer that really, really properly for you, but I want to make this tea too. Moon Tiger has a good idea for tea too. I know, but I need the money tea right now, you guys, so we're going to make money tea, because not only does it sound like, why would you make that, but let's do it. But Moon Tiger, I want to do a special video for you on that, because it sounds like a couple of topics that I need to sit down and take some time with, and that I want to take some time with. Of course! And Thomas, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your help. Okay, so here's... And so basically in this book, it brings in a lot of common household spices or kitchen spices, right? So as we go, I'll read you this entire list for money, and you'll see what I mean. Some of them might not sound good in tea, but a lot of them will. So alfalfa, I don't have that at the moment. I only have alfalfa seed. You could use that in your magics or in an incense, but I probably wouldn't put alfalfa in tea, not the seed. I would put grass in the tea. That tastes really good. Alfalfa grass that we grow like Alex grows his microgreens. Allspice, we put that in the tea yesterday and I really liked it. So let's grab allspice. Ah! Yummy allspice. And yeah, like when you're making teas, try to get organic if you can, guys. But if you can't, you can't. So we'll put some allspice in there. That has a really nice taste. This is a kitchen herb for sure. Allspice, like a common one for Thanksgivings and that. Just kind of put yourself out there. That's what we should do here for sure. I really appreciate the suggestion. I like it a lot. This is fun. I feel like we're making potions. We're totally making potions. And one other thing that I wanted to show you guys that we can do at the same time is we can use a bowl like this, where we can make our tea on one side, and then the things we don't think taste good in tea, put them on the other side for a money incense that you can grind up and burn for money, or you can stuff it into your candles, or you can roll your candles in it to anoint them with herbs. So on one side, I will put the stuff for the tea, and on the other side we'll put the stuff for the incense, okay? We'll just do two things at once while we have the book out. Money tea, money incense. I was meaning to make more money incense anyway, so this is a good excuse for me to get that done. I'm going to move my gentleman's dresser because it is definitely in the way of this. Come on, puppy. There we go. That's not good. Okay. Wish I had a pedestal for this to sit on. Kind of thinking of buying herbs. You've had a list. Give me your list and we'll package some up for you, you know? Whatever you need, Queen, we'll get it to you. So we've got on the list as well, almond. I have almonds down here. Some nice raw organic almonds. Not only do I snack on those, but definitely use them for working. So we'll just take 3. And I'm not putting that on the... Well, you could definitely put it in the tea. You get a good taste from raw almonds. So I'll put it both on the tea side and the incense side for the almonds. Why not? If you like the taste of almonds, when tea tastes nutty, it just gives it a nice flavor. When we roast things like barley or rice in tea, it gives it a nutty flavor. It's food, why not? Let's try it in the tea. But I know that it's fine in money incenses. I use it in there a lot. Or anointing herbs. Okay, next we've got basil. I've got some of that in the dehydrator. I'll go run and get it. That's good in a tea or an incense. Bergamot orange, I don't have that. Blackberry, I don't have that at the moment. Bladderwrack, no. Blue fig, no. Bryony, no. Blomelade, no. Buckwheat, yes. And that will be so good. I have sprouted raw buckwheat that I made myself. It's going to taste so good in this tea. Where is it? Buckwheat. Buckwheat! Well, we'll find it. It'll pop its head out if it's meant to be. Where are you, Buckwheat? Spirit guides, show me my buckwheat. Well, that's not very entertaining. Okay, so basil and buckwheat, as soon as I find those two, will be in there. What else do we have? Calamus, camellia, cashew, I've already got a nut. Cedar. Okay, I put cedar in the tea yesterday and it was really tasty. So I'll show you guys my cedar piece. And when we used this for the joy tea yesterday, it was really cool because my parents cut this from an actual tree for their firewood. So anytime I use this piece of cedar when it falls in either like I just pull off little pieces to put in the tea or the incense. I don't really know a better way to do it. If I had pliers, that might work. So I just pull off some chips, but it really resonates because my parents actually cut these trees down for firewood for their house. And then I have the ash that comes from their firewood. And, you know, don't forget, you know, cedar is not something that you can't add to foods. You shouldn't eat it, but it's fine for taste in either tea, or people smoke fish over cedar planks. People do lots of things with cedar. So as soon as I find a better way for getting this off, it'll be easier. But basically just chip some pieces of a piece of cedar wood off. You can have it both in the tea side and the incense side. Put that back. And sometimes these magical teas don't end up tasting the greatest, but the one we made yesterday tasted so good, that's why I was really happy with it. I love elixirs and tonics too, Esoteric Dragon. Second shelf on the right, buckwheat. Did you seriously see it? Let's give it a try, since you said that. That's where the resins live. Second shelf on the right, buckwheat. Did your spirit guides tell you that? Fudge. Yeah. I can't spend all day looking for it for you guys, because that would be boring. But we'll just move along. There's loads of things we can add. After cedar comes chamomile. So I know where that's at, I think. There. I was just about to say, there could become a point where you have too many herbs, but you could never have too many herbs. So this is a German chamomile. Now German chamomile and Roman chamomile have different qualities, but chamomile is definitely a popular tea herb. Yeah, see, you have chamomile tea bags. Look, for instance, Uva Ursi, I had that in tea. So I didn't, and I actually cut out the picture of the box of the flower, but I had it in tea bags, but I didn't, you know, have it, nowhere to get it for the bulk herb at the moment. So I just used my Uva Ursa tea bags. Okay, so now I've got chamomile. I'm just going to put some of that into each side. It's going to be really good. So the powdery parts are going to be better for the incense, and the flower parts are going to be better for the tea. And the allspice definitely will be good in the incense as well. Alright. I'm going to make sure that, I'm going to get the basil and make sure the buckwheat's not in the kitchen. Okay, so I didn't find the buckwheat, but I did find something when I was in the kitchen. I got the basil, and so here's some dried basil that we just dried from our little, like, herb. We have a light in the kitchen that grows herbs. It's one that you can get at any little store or whatever. Oh, changa mushroom tea is another good one. Absolutely. All those mushroom teas are amazing. There's so many different names for them. I'm having a hard time thinking of them right now. There's reishi, changa, one that sounds like a really funny name. And I will grind up those almonds a little bit before the tea, but when I was in the kitchen, I found almond flour that I use for baking, and it's raw, and it's just organic blanched whole almonds, so I guess it's not raw, they're blanched. Almond flour. I'm going to put that in the money incense side because it's already ground up. And when I go to roll my little candle in the anointing herbs, this is going to make for just a nice kind of powder to bind those herbs on there, and it will stick really well to the oil, whereas a chunk of almond wouldn't. Alright. Okay, what's next? Almond flour is so good, I agree. It's a really good one to have in your healthy kitchen. I love quinoa flour as well. Quinoa flour is really yummy. Okay, so we got cedar, chamomile. Now the next one is cinnamon and clove, so let's add some of that. And I use Mexican cinnamon because you know how we have regular cinnamon? Like these cinnamon sticks? They don't really exactly break apart. So Mexican cinnamon's awesome because it literally is more like a bark, and it just breaks like this. It just crumbles in. So I'm going to go fairly light on the tea side with that because it can be kind of overpowering sometimes and take over flavor. But I'm going to put a lot into this money incense side. So a tea and an incense or a candle anointing herb. Whoop! That was spirit telling me that's enough. Alright. I got you. I hear ya. So that was the cinnamon. Oh, did somebody hear me saying Thomason went to Morrison's? I was like, oh, Thomason, have a nice time at Morrison's, or you go to Saintsbury's. I didn't even think if maybe you went to St. Barry. So now we've got cloves. These are like grocery stores in the UK. Like over here we have Safeway and Fred Meyer and that. They've got Morrison's and Saintsbury's and... Right? Okay, cloves. I like cloves. I like cloves in tea, and I like them in incense. But so we'll spread that evenly. That's much better. Hi, Wendy W. Very nice to see you. Hi, King Godlord. Nice to see you. We are making some tea and incense for money, for bringing in the monies. So now we're on to clover and dill. I have both of those. I mean, there's other things in here, but I don't have them, like conifoil, comfrey, cowslip, and dock. I don't have any of those, but I do have, this is all alphabetical, I do have clover and dill. Clover is excellent in a tea. I'm not going to add a ton in here because the cinnamon and the allspice and the chamomile will probably overpower it, but I'm going to add a little bit because it's not going to add too much taste, but a lot of magical intention, okay? So dill. But that joy tea that we made with Jezebel yesterday, I like it so well that I'm going to be putting some of that on my Etsy shop. I already have some of my other teas on my Etsy shop. So here's some dill that we grew ourselves. And this is what everybody's most familiar with, is just the curly part. But, you know, the part that has the flower in the seed is really something unique because you can add the abundance level to your magical workings with that part. And what I'm talking about there is this. This part at the top, when it goes to seed, you know, that has got a lot of flavor to it too. But it's really, I save those bits for the really good magical properties because it's going to have that abundance attached to it. Anytime there's a seed, it will make that abundant or more fertile. So if you have a lemon seed or an orange seed, not only will you have the elements of that fruit and the magical qualities, but now you're going to add abundance because you use the seed. That's why I keep little jars of things like lemon seeds around to use. Here they are. So, to the incense side, I'm going to add this. So that was the dill, and then what else did we say we were adding? Dill and clover. Right. Some organic red clover. Really beautiful, really tasty in tea, and you can go harvest them here in the Northwest. They're beautiful. They're hoppers, so I'm putting a couple of those in. Outside of the flowers, when they're kind of mushed up, they might just like this. But I get mine at the bulk bins and the organic side. And I'm putting it in both the incense and the tea part. But the big chunky flowers I leave for the tea side, because those look beautiful. And they're magical just to open up a flower in tea, you know, something that's dehydrated and in hibernation, to have it flower inside of a teapot to open a flower back up. I think that that's very magical in itself. A resurrection, if you will. I'm really hoping that fig leaf comes up in this recipe, and I think we might be. It doesn't, but fig leaf, which Alex has, how many did he say he had? 27 different types of figs now? So we've got all different kinds of shapes and colors of those that I dry in books and stuff. But after you dry them, make tea out of them, it tastes so good, just fig leaf tea. But they're also beautiful when you dry them. And make for great ASMR. Adam. Fig leaf. Funny. Oh, the things that I think are... I have no filter sometimes. But anyway, fig does not pop up in this recipe, but I just want to say that organic fig leaf tea is one of my very favorite things. Just all on its own. A simple. Alright, but we are adding... what to it? So, after dill there was dock. I don't have that. Elder. I don't have elder. I have elderberry. Fungreek. Fern. Flax. I have flax. I'll add it to the money side, but not the tea side, because when flax gets hydrated, it just becomes kind of like mucky, like muddy. Erica says to make these as meal prep items in their own jars. I want my twin flame too, Dangerous Eyes. What do I know about twin flames? Not enough, probably. You said that Joy Tea is on Jezebel's channel? No. Jezebel came on my channel last night while we did our Dollhouse Madness, and every episode of that, I make a custom tea just like we're doing right now. And Jezebel last night chose Joy, and she wanted a tea for Joy. So from this book, I devised a tea for Joy, and it tasted so good that I've been drinking it all day, and I think that I want to put it on my Etsy shop to sell it. But Jezebel was the one who requested it last night. Thanks, Thomas, for clearing that up. I appreciate it. I'm just trying. Oh, and Queen Ushindi was one of 2 only people to have a jar of our magical pickles. Alex grows these ghost pickles. They're small and white, and I enchanted them for invisibility. And they're called ghost pickles, so it's just so perfect. But she actually tasted them. The other person, the only person to have a jar, and we're taking orders, pre-orders for next year for these, because we have to know how many to grow, was Rhonda S., who's my Patreon. And she devotes a lot to the channel, so we're very, very thankful for that. With Tesco's. Oh, okay. Mush, yeah, it just turns to kind of mush. But yeah, we're on to flax seeds. I just wanted to catch up with the chat there. You remind me of a beautiful ancient Irish crone. Thank you. I'm going to take very much pleasure in reading that. Like in the time of the Druids. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Esoteric Dragon. Thomas, yes, I think that was a few years ago, but I wonder if they're still... Yes. Okay. Flax. So I'm going to add it to the many incense and that, but I'm not going to add it to the tea. So I have 2 kinds of flax. I have golden flax and I have brown flax. And this is brown flax. I love to make hummus and then dip the veggie or the chip in the hummus and then into flax. So good. And I love flackers, the raw flaxseed crackers. Those are like everything to me on a raw food diet. So this is, you know, raw organic flax seeds. So we just shake those in the money side. And those will stick on those candles really well. I used to be vegan and do raw foods, but I can't do it anymore because I started, well, I can't afford it, and I started losing so much weight that it was very, very dangerous. So I've gained 15 pounds since I was, like, so low that my doctors were like, you can't do this anymore. I'm trying, though, but no, I do eat meat and dairy at the moment. I do. But I do completely believe in vegan and raw foods diet and fruitarian diet, and I stand by it. But it's just not something I can do with the parasites, I guess. I'm not getting enough intake and getting enough fat on my body, so had to change it up for a bit. Hopefully, though, because I felt so good. I felt so much better. Yeah, the more plant-based you can be, the better. I completely agree. And so this recipe that we're going to make when Alex brings home the 3 young Thai coconuts, we already have the passion fruits and we already have grapes. So when we were on Alex's live stream, I told him, I said, please bring home coconuts. You only need 3 ingredients, and it's completely raw, vegan, organic, gluten-free, everything you can think of, right? This is it. So that's the recipe I'm going to make. I've done it once before on my channel, but I figured we'd do it again today because so many videos ago, and it's one of my favorite things. So, yay! Look forward to that. This channel is just all about everything. Cooking, spirituality, having fun talking about books, having fun talking about nothing, playing dolls. I mean, who knows what you're going to get when you're here. Wendy says B12 is only needed at 2.8 micrograms a day. Just looked that up today. That's awesome. A lot of vegans get B12 because they eat plants and don't wash them off, like just from nature, or I did when I had a garden. And you know, you get it from what bugs leave behind on the plants. So technically it's not vegan, you know, but like it's from nature. But I take a B12 spray every day. I take a vitamin D3 spray every day. I take loads of vitamins to help supplement myself, because when I'm not on a raw vegan diet, I know I'm getting my fats and my calories, but I know I'm also not getting those micronutrients that I need. These teas could also be used in oil lamps. Exactly. This thing I'm calling a money incense or an herbal anointing thing for oil candles. It's the same exact stuff I would put in an oil lamp. Exactly. I wouldn't put the flaxseed in an oil lamp though because they would get murky in the oil. And I probably wouldn't put the almonds in there. And definitely not the almond flour. But you know what I'm saying? Just think what would be good in oil. This dill would thrive in the oil. The clover would be fine. The cinnamon is great. The chamomile, I would not use the powdery part, but just use the chunkiest parts for your oil lamps and for your, you know, like potpourris or whatever, I guess. And for your teas, because you want chunky chunk stuff for your tea, right? So yes, thank you for bringing that up. It's definitely, Erica, the stuff that you would put in your oil lamps because we're using the magical intention of the herbs and that's all that really matters. Witchy Woo Woman is here. Hi, darling. How are you? The metros are like corner shops. I'm okay. I love your channel too, Kimber Kiss. We're just a big mix of who knows what and it's all going to be fun because we're all here loving each other. B12 is also found in oats and rice water. I had no idea. Here's my oats. Da, 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 da. I find cool jars when I'm thrifting, you know? But I love oats because oats are a natural soap. You can put oats in a sock and it makes a natural soap for your body. Like, you know, I don't use conventional soaps. They scare the crap out of me. They're full of gluten and other stuff. It's like, why is there gluten in your shampoo? Why? Why does there need to be wheat in your shampoo? I have a naturopathic doctor that helps with parasites. Yeah, me too, and we're really trying to knock this out. I just need to be able to just pay off my bill with her so I can go back. Such a cool apothecary. Thank you. So now we've got the tea on this side, and we've got the money incense on this side. Tea, money, incense. Making it at the same time so we can just not have to do this whole herbal shelf thing twice. Joyce, hi! Yeah, that jar's cool, huh, Rosie? Okay, so next what should we find from the list? After flax, there's fumitory, don't have that. Gangle, don't have that. Ginger, I've got that. I had it in a big chunk form up until I sent it off to Jackie for her oil lamp for love. So now I've just got ginger in the powdered form. So that will be great for the money incense. But it wouldn't be good in an oil lamp or a tea because the powder would become mud. Okay, and after ginger is goldenrod, don't have that. Golden seal, nope. Gorse, nope. Grains of paradise, nope. Grape, yep, I've got that. And so you guys know I do my grapes pretty interestingly. I dry them on the vine for gossip removal workings, and basically they're going to be really good either in an oil lamp. They don't turn into raisins. They turn into dehydrated grapes. I don't know how to explain that any better, but I'll try and show it to you. This is why I used to do videos, damn it. So I dry my grapes on the vine for gossip removal workings, and that's something that I did not read in any other book, that I've just created in my own kooky head because of like the song by the California Raisins. I heard it through the grapevine. The grapevine has always been, even way before that song, something that's known as a gossip channel, a way to spread information secretly or under someone's nose. So I've dried a bunch of grapes. Basically, like, we have to have grapes all the time to feed to our sugar glider, but when they start to get like not so good and our sugar glider's picky, then instead of throwing them away, we throw them in the dehydrator on the vine. And for gossip removal working, you sit here and you pluck off the grapes with your intention. This person speaks of me no more. They can hear this gossip no more. It is done. And this is a working that I've created myself. This is why I would like to find a way to make my own little book or something like that. But what I'm trying to tell you is they don't turn into raisins. They just turn into dehydrated grapes. And they're not really even edible. So I don't know how raisins are made, because you think you just pop grapes into a dehydrator, but that's not the truth. Oh, thank you, Witchy Woman, because I really thought that that was a cool creative idea for a working, was to just go through this and pull it off until the grapevine was empty. But we are going to use a couple of these grapes for these because it says in here we can use grapes. Now, could you use grapevine? Sure. Could you use grape leaves? Sure. It might not be what the book says, but if you feel like you could connect it, that's all that matters. If you can make the connection. And you find that with time and with trial and error, you see how that works. So anyway, I do sell these on the Etsy page. I'm not trying to, promote myself all day or anything, but I do have a lot that I can offer to you guys if you don't have a dehydrator to do it yourself. So the incenses are looking pretty yummy. Here's the tea, and here's the incense. I didn't want to put the grapes in the tea because they're not organic grapes. And I didn't want to taste a bunch of pesticides and no grape, So the intention is going into that, though. That's the point. Now next, we've got heliotrope. I don't have that. Hi, John the Conqueror. I do have that. I only have a tiny bit. I'm going to show it to you. And I'll put a smidge in the incense, but only a smidge because I've only got a little bit. It was from a friend, and it smells so good. Sometimes I open this up just to smell it. And it makes me feel like my anxiety's lower. It makes me feel like calm, anxiety lower, like everything's going to be okay when I smell this. I don't even know how or why, but it's such a good smell. You guys have to get a little bottle of powder for yourself. That is so awesome and creative magic. Thank you. And you guys should do that with yourselves too. Just like remember that this book has everything from grapes to dragon's blood to High John to, it's got everything in it. Mango. And right now I've got a bunch of mango roses in my dehydrator for a working. Wendy says, chills, true Jen. Got truth chills. Thank you. That's good. I'm glad that you're feeling that. Yes. One day when I write it. That's true. Thanks, Rosie. I appreciate it. Heliotrope flower smells so yummy. See, Joyce, I have not experienced it yet. It's why it's called the cherry pie plant. Alex might have it then, and he just didn't know it was called heliotrope, because I think he does have something called the cherry pie plant. Has a sort of vanilla smell. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you guys at least have it. How do I say it? Heliotrope has a purpley flowers, Jen. Very pretty scent too. Thank you guys. Guys, don't forget about cast iron pans. I have one under my bed because it helps with energy. Even though I'm a copper-based blood, it can still help with energy levels. There's a lot that iron can do magically, And we read out of Earth Magic. No. We read out of Gems, Metals, and Stones by Scott Cunningham about metals and iron and stuff. I did a video all about copper. I mean to do one about iron too for those RH positive folks. So, Hydron the Conqueror, I'm just going to put a little bit in because it's... But you know what? The fact that I only want to use a tiny bit and that I reverent and preciously use it means that it's going to work really well. Just because that energy is there. When I look at it, I think, oh, you're too special for that. You're too special for that, you know. Now, this will be special. Don't forget, when, you know, in between these ingredients, hold your magical intent, or at the end, sit and hold it. But the best way to do this is to have this book and know what each herb does, right? We're using these all for money. But for instance, cinnamon is also good for protection, and protection is good to add to any working. So when you get to the herbs that have double meanings or multiple magical uses, flip to the book until you know cinnamon like it's your best friend, and hold your hand over and say, Cinnamon, I need you to help me with my monies. I need you to help me with the protection in this money working. Because cinnamon doesn't know. You have to tell cinnamon what to do. In general, it will do its properties, but if you hold your magical intention over and talk to it, and I know it sounds ridiculous, kiss your things, talk to them. They will work for you. It's energy, it's love. It's the opposite of the evil eye, right? Protect the money, Cinnamon! Protect the monies! And it will. Another video, question mark, I'm back from grocery shopping. Hello. Yeah, I stopped my video because my husband popped on his channel, and I moderate for him. So I went over there, and then now I came back. But we did finish the whole chakra chart that we were talking about. So if you want to go back and check that out, we did finish it in entirety. And then now we're making a magical tea for bringing in monies. And right next to the tea, we're making a magical incense to bring in monies. So that's what we're doing. We're using this book here. Cherry Chapstick, you're back too. Fantastic. You got tacos. It's not Tuesday, but it's a great day for tacos. What day is it, guys? Thursday? Excellent, Shauna. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you're here. Everything is energy and we all are one. Absolutely, Kimberkiss. Absolutely. And Kimberkiss, while you're here, you've been talking about law of attraction lately, which I adore and love, and I use it every day. Somebody was talking to me about vision boards, and they were like, your dollhouse episodes. Could you use a dollhouse for law of attraction? And I'm like, yeah, it would be like an amplified vision board. It would be like you don't even have to vision it. You can act it out. It's a whole new kind of energy. If you want something to happen, you sure could get a dollhouse and characters or puppets and act out what you want to happen in your life. And perhaps that will bring it to you. Why not? Why wouldn't that work? You know, open up your mind. Be creative. Bring your youth in and do what? These things that pop into our head, would that work? Give it a try. Whose voice is that? It could be your subconscious, or you could think my subconscious are my guides trying to direct me. That's what I think, and everybody's different on how they think about that. Yeah, everybody's out shopping today. It's Thursday. Thursday, is it? Okay, so let's see what's next on the list. And see, this is why I read the whole list out to you guys, is because not only so you'll know, but you know, like you told me all about confoil, and I was really excited about that. Now I know that it has purple flowers, and I forget the other thing about it, but I'll try and remember it. So Wendy says, I did that as a child, familiar to your nature already. You acted out what you wanted to happen with your dolls? See? We're doing these things intuitively, these laws of attractions methods. The energy of youth would make it that much more powerful, along with the element of play. I agree, Kimberkiss, because the whole act is joyous. It's not hard. It's fun. It's a good time. It's, you know, very, very creative, imaginative. it's class tonight, so I cheated and got pizza for dinner. That's okay. That's okay. What am I getting? Oh, we're making yogurt here. Just so you know, you're like, Jen, how are you going to gain weight on yogurt? One young Thai coconut with the water is like 900 calories. So if I eat 3, I've got almost 3,000 calories in. And so coconut is a real, and especially when you're on like some kind of raw foods diet or a vegan diet, and you're trying to get all these fats in and calories. Oh, young Thai coconuts are, for me, the best. Yep, when he gets home, I'm going to show you how to make the yogurt, even though I've already done a whole demo on my channel from start to finish. So now there'll be 2. But yeah, I want to show you guys how I do make, and it's not technically yogurt, it's just, it's kind of like a yogurty substance when we're done. But like, I just call it yogurt, but it doesn't, I don't add probiotics to it. You definitely could, but I don't. I just make it into this like creamy yogurt type thing. Your Shih Tzu buddy is eating a chunk of lemon peel. Are they allowed to do that? Sherry Bug, hi, thanks for saying hi. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so where are we at now? We did Hi John the Conqueror. You could have honesty, honeysuckle, horse chestnut, Irish moss, jasmine. I'm out of jasmine, but we grow it here. Lucky hand, mandrake. I'm only putting mandrake into the money side. Mandrake is poisonous. Okay? Mandrake root is poisonous. Both the American version and the European version. Poisonous. Mayapple, poisonous. You know, you never have I, well, that's not true. I'll stop that. Poisonous. That's dangerous. Here's William. Come on, bud. Here's my mandrake root. Yeah, thanks guys for saying hugging channel and ringing bell and all that instead of what I guess we're all calling the S word. I guess we're not supposed to say that, right? So, thank you for saying hug and ring bells. Where are my tweezers? Tweezers. Tweezers. Where are you though? Ah, right. Oh, for crying out loud. So get you some mandrake root in there. You're not supposed to touch it with your hands. I was trying to be a good example, but I usually touch it with my hands. Yeah, we're not supposed to say the S word, which I could hold up a piece of paper, but I guess it you get in trouble, or I don't really understand why. But so I'm putting this into the side that's the money side. I mean, they're both money. I'm putting it into the side that is for the incense and anointing and that, or oil lamp, but not the side that is tea. Do people drink this in a tea? I've seen some crazy people do it on YouTube, but they didn't even have fun doing it. I think there's one video of a guy taking this tea, and he said he just got a terrible stomach ache. He was not a witch, so he didn't know what he was probably doing, but I'm just saying. So is thorn apple, datra, poisonous. And oleander, you guys, poisonous. But the leaves, if properly prepared, can relieve pain from a wound. Excellent information, Joyce. Thank you. Right. It is in the Morning Glory family, Heather. Yeah. Yep, and a root like a sweet potato. I didn't know that till I read it either. Yay, you got your phone charged. Excellent. We're all back. Alright, what else is going to be on this list? So maple, I don't have any of that right now. I could go outside, but I've got enough. I don't need to go outside. Marjoram. Mayapple, which is kind of like the mandrake. It's like the American mandrake. Mint, moonwort, moss, myrtle. I have a little bit of moss I can put in the money side. Just pull a little bit of moss from a stick I had. What else? Myrtle, nutmeg. I have nutmeg, but I just have it in the whole form. A lot of times I save those for mojo bags, oil lamps. If I'm going to do it in a money incense, I get my microplane out and and that's really good. But I do like to keep it in the whole form, so I'm going to skip on that. Oak, oats. Yay, oats! We were just talking about these lovely things. My oats. And how you can use them. They're a natural soap. You can put them right in a sock and use it as a bar of soap. That is not my only way of cleaning my body, but it's one of them. It's one of the steps of my shower. One of these days I'll share my shower ritual with you guys, but it ain't going to be any day soon. I'm putting this oats in both sides. I think the oats are going to make for a great tea. I'm just not going to put a lot of them in there because I don't want it to turn into like oatmeal. But I do want to get the taste because I like the taste of oats. Okay. Tea, money incense. By the way, this smells amazing. Oh, like the clove, the allspice, the cinnamon, the dill. And you can even smell the clover under there, and can't smell the chamomile anymore. That's okay. So the oats are going to give it a little bit of a nutty flavor too, I assume. Wish we could... What is SMS? I don't know what that is. Smell through the screen. Okay, thank you. I'm like, what is that, Kimbercus? You're scaring me, girl. Wish we could SMS. Ha 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 ha. Me too. Look, smell, you guys. It smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, so I try to get really good with my adjectives I'm describing. After oats comes onion. I definitely keep onion in a couple different ways. Where are the skins? So, onion skins are excellent when burned for money workings, okay? If you drop your onion skins on the ground, come on, you sucker. Okay. If you drop your onion skins on the ground, you are throwing away your prosperity and abundance. However, if you pick up onion skins and you save them from the onion, and I always put mine in the dehydrator to get them like super, super crispy because I'm going to burn them. Now beware, when you burn them, it smells like a burger joint and it stinks. So I only burn onion skins outside. However, it is so potent and so good, and it works. Things that smell terrible when burned generally work really well. So the onion skins. Another thing is, and this is some folklore or some old wives' tales, which is witchcraft. Yeah, Appalachian Mountain Magic. If someone throws their onion skins on the ground, you can literally take away their prosperity and bring it to you. This is an old wives' tale, okay? When I'm at the grocery store, I see people, I've never done this, but I see people doing it. They push off all the skins, and then they put their onion in the bag like it's going to weigh less. And I think, oh, what foolish people. And then I run over, and I collect all the onion skins that people have pushed off the onions, And the lady at the checkout thinks I'm nuts because I have one onion and the bag's full of skins. And she's like, did you take... I'm like, no, I just took onion skins. I use them for stuff. And she's like, I'm like, is that not allowed? And she's like, no, it is. I just wanted to ask. So I'm taking people's prosperity that they've intentionally thrown away. Whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, they have discarded their onion skins. So it's like finding money on the ground. Nobody's around to claim it. And you take the money. Like, there's nothing different to it than me. And that's the way that I see it. So I get a bag full of onion skins. And then I take that home. Anyway, we're adding this into the incense side. And definitely not the tea side. And remember in the incense side that when you burn onion skins, it does not smell good. It smells like grilled onions in your room. So now I'm going to catch up on comments. A good natural dye? I bet, because the onion skins are just so beautifully colored. And I think I learned most of that from various Scott Cunningham books. Not all from this one. It probably says a little bit in this one, but various Scott Cunningham books. It's like he puts all these little nuggets of treasure about stuff, like a little bit in each book. It's, I don't know. I'm just in love with him and his workings, and he's my father of witchcraft, that's for sure. So, just tore up those onion skins and popped them in there. And now we're on to orange. Yay! Because orange didn't fall under the Joy Tea ones yesterday. I dry my own oranges. I dry both blood and regular oranges, and they're so beautiful and dried, and they taste amazing in tea. I saved onion skins all year to dye star eggs. That's so cool, Heather! Heather, you've got to come to one of these retreats that I'm going to start and show me things. Like, this is going to be a great way for us to teach each other all the things that we've just... in person, you know? That's why I'm developing this place in Texas where we can have these big retreats. And is it going to turn into a commune? It might. But it won't turn into a cult. I have a bunch of his books and I love him. The way he wrote. He also has YouTube videos. There's videos of him on YouTube from like the early 90s making tinctures. Oh, I forget your name. Never mind. So, oranges. The Sea Witch? Who was making tinctures the other day? I know your face, but not your name. The Sea Witch? Pink icon. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'll be going to Houston area. Houston area, Roseanne. And me and Luna are going down together. Oh, you miss Texas? Well, you'll get to see it from our channel and you can come to the retreats and visit. Yeah, so Joyce, he does do those videos that are up on YouTube, and there's just like a couple of them. But you get to see him, and it's different than when I read from him for so many years. I never even had like a real picture. I just saw the picture of him in glasses that's in my book. And then I just watched him, and it just made so much sense. I call him Scotty. Yes, Sea Willow. She was making the tincture, so I was going to tell her to check out Scotty's videos on that. I'm pretty low. I need to get some more oranges, obviously, but I love to put these into oils, and this cannot be described, the smell of this. Smell it. Just smell it. Look how big it is. Hello. Oh, that's so creepy. It's like one of those paintings and the eyes move. The smell of dried oranges, holy potatoes. Whenever I open this jar, I'm like, ah! So good in... Oh, Aiden, that's a picture of a nose. I was like, what? Hi, Aiden. So, I've got regular oranges, and when I put these into teas, I generally, like, if I can fit it into my teapot, it will look really cute if I leave it whole. But it's not going to fit into my teapot, so I'm going to crush it up. And I'm going to put it on both sides, but I'm definitely going to put it more on the tea side, because I've got loads of things in the money side, because there's more things that are going to be okay in the money incense than on the tea side. We do want it to still taste good. I mean, that's the point, is to have an herbal tea that will still taste good. And I leave them in big chunks, because I like the way that they look in bigger chunks. I just break them down enough so you can get them in the teapot. But if you have a big enough teapot where you can get this the whole way in, it looks beautiful, especially if it's clear, if it's floating in a full piece. Same with an oil. I keep them in the whole. Now here are my blood oranges that I've dried. And aren't they gorgeous? Like bright purpley maroon. And I like to use these for, you know, workings if you're trying to, like, for instance, a twin flame working, like oranges fall under love. But add in blood oranges, and now you're trying to call that person to you, because you're trying to call blood to you. And I'm not trying to be gross or funny when I say that. I literally mean you're calling another blood bag toward you. Whatever. Oh, those blood oranges are gorgeous. I know, see? And so when the dehydrator's at a low temperature, it will keep all the color. If you dry these in the oven, the color doesn't stay as well. And that's what I was trying to explain to you, I think, Joyce. And then I've also dried out the skins themselves, like the fruit itself. I, you know, peeled it and dried the fruit of the blood orange. And then I have some that's just skins, and this is a slice of one. Really pretty. So, lots of different stuff in there. So for the teas, I'm going to add one of these. Whole. Boop. And then for the monies, I'm going to add some of the peel. Oh look, we even have whole half of blood oranges for working, so you can put a working inside of a blood orange shell, like a twin flame working or something like that. But I'm going to use this piece for the money incense. Potions. Potions. Hey, Alex is home. When I have the window open, I can see the big blue truck coming. Hey, Alex. I might put one of these in the tea, too. Just the fruit slices. Yeah, definitely. I'll just put one for now. If it was a bigger pot, I'd put two. Okay. So pretty, huh? So I guess we should finish up this tea, and then we can make the yogurt in the kitchen. Oh, he's not home yet. He's just, I just saw him driving down the driveway toward the house. He'll be here soon, though. And he has a haircut. Brandy Johnson, hi, welcome. Okay, so let me get some of the stuff back on the shelf, and then also we're going to be looking for... So the next things on the list we could use are Oregon grape, patchouli, pea, pecan, periwinkle, pine, pineapple, pipsawea, pomegranate, poplar, poppy, rattlesnake root, rice, snapdragon, sassafras, sesame, which has copper in it. Sesame has copper, so when you eat sesame, you're getting copper in your blood. Snake root black, squill, tea, tonka, trillium, vervain, vetiver, wheat, and woodruff. Just, I gotta say hello. Hello! Hello. Hi, hon. Hey. How are ya? Thanks! Lovely bunch of coconuts. Doodle-doo. Thanks, babe. You're a rock and roll star. Look, we got coconuts, you guys.
Check out this guava I got. I said guava.
That's a pretty big guava.
Yeah.
What kind of variety is it?
I believe it's a white Asian guava.
That's awesome. What else did you get?
Uh,
Oh, they were only $2.29 today? They're always changing the price.
I got it at a different Asian store.
Oh.
I got these too. I love these. Some people can't handle them because it's guava. It's like a guava drink, but there's like chunks of coconut in there. And so it's like it says right on there, like, gotta chew. So some people don't like that. I really like the big chunks of coconut. It tastes good to me.
Loads of pulp or something?
Really good, yeah. And then I got some more of this stuff because we both liked it.
Oh, right.
So
it's like this chocolate rice pudding stuff. It was so good.
I found this at the store. It's like a Filipino dessert, and what it is it's a pudding, and basically it's just rice, and then they add cacao, which is chocolate for anyone who doesn't know. It's just raw cacao powder, and then it makes like this it's really good and light on your stomach. Really good. If you probably weren't feeling good, this would be a great dessert.
Yeah, if you weren't feeling good, because it's not chocolatey.
Here's the box.
It's not chocolatey.
Champo Ramo, real cacao and magical rice.
Does it say magical rice?
No, it says Malik.
Oh. That's funny.
But anyway.
Thanks, babe. So,
and your mom sent this home. This is a roast that she ground up with pickles and stuff like that. And it's really good for sandwiches.
Okay, just put it in the fridge then.
It's a chuck roast, and then she ground it with pickles and onions and...
Okay, I'm gonna come out and make this yogurt in a minute.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yogurt?
Yeah, in the kitchen. I'm gonna do a kitchen video. With the coconuts. Doodly-doo. There they are, standing in a row. Look, here's raw organic cacao. I use that a lot in my raw foods.
And you want to try this?
Sure. I'm gonna take a sip of something here.
This is my, this one's the lychee. It's
Did you
lychee.
shake it?
Yeah, it's lychee with chunks of coconut in it. You got a chunk of coconut?
It tastes like a popsicle with like... It tastes like, yeah, I know. That's what went in my mouth and I put it back. It tastes like a popsicle, like a raw popsicle. I mean, like a... Not frozen pops, like, tastes like just popsicle juice, so, like, way too sweet. And then, like, there's slippery slivers of whatever, but they're not small enough to be pulp. Yeah, it's coconut, I know what it is, but it's like coconut floating in popsicle. It was weird. So, not for me, but Alex likes sweeter things, and that's probably why he likes me, right? Because you like the sweeter things in life? Oh, come on. Okay, guys, we're going to make some yogurt in a minute. I feel like maybe we should come back for that video. But let's finish up this money incense, and we didn't get to read the myth because Lunio's not here yet. And that's alright. But that's what I'm waiting for. I know it was advertised in the title. Sorry for the CB there. Oh, let's do... Gotta chew, I know. Jennifer, hi! Thanks, we're cute. We are cute, that's right. We do argue, though. I think the best of couples do argue. You gotta get your point across, you know? So we've got 2 teas, alright? And I couldn't tell you exactly what's in it from the top up at the moment, but we started with allspice and we got all the way down to oranges. There's loads of other stuff we could have put in there, but I read you guys everything that was under the Money, Riches, Treasures, and Wealth to Obtain list, and so we made that beautiful incense or oil lamp filling or herb for anointing a candle if you ground it up into a spice grinder, or you could just leave it as a magical potpourri, because I'll show you this around some of the monies that I've got here that are special. Under that bank dirt is just some chunky magical potpourri. You know, or you grind it smaller and it's magical incense. You know, you can leave it chunky and put in an oil lamp. Lots of stuff that you can do with this. Teas, bath teas. You can soak in these herbs to absorb money vibrating out of your pores. Literally, you can do just about... Yeah, he came in to politely say something, but I was on a tangent and I couldn't stop. He's very polite. I'm... Jennifer, you're nuts. You drove to Georgia? Oh, Heather, you're Scottish? Or no. You're just saying let's take a wee break. Yeah, let's take a wee break. And we'll be set up and ready to make that coconut yogurt. Okay?
You gotta see what I have. I got amazing stuff.
Do you want to show everybody?
They want to see. So I just got a seed order from one of my favorite companies called Tradewind Fruits. So I'm going to show you what I got real quick. So first seed is purple sugar apple. So this is in the Annona family. So this is a sugar apple. They're purple and they're really sweet, delicious. Japanese raisin tree.
Yum.
Okay, so Japanese raisin tree grows like these really weird contorted, like, they kind of look like a weird, like, brown, weird shaped thing, and they're supposed to taste like raisin, and they're really good.
Do you know the cherry pie fruit? Do you have it? Cherry pie fruit?
I don't have it.
But he's talked about it before, but it's called cinefoil.
I'll look it up.
No, but they know what it is.
Yeah.
They were telling me. Anyway.
So, then I also have blackberry jam fruit.
Yum.
Blackberry jam fruit. Little tiny fruit about this big, and inside of it literally tastes like little blackberry jam. It's supposed to be amazing. And these are some fun ones for my garden this year. The West Indian Gurkha cucumber. So this is a weird viney cucumber that's little like this, and it's kind of spiky looking. Really cool. This one's going to be fun. Exploding cucumber.
Oh!
So this is a fun kind of cucumber that, like, when you touch them, they actually propagate themselves by squirting seeds like to the other, and that's how they reproduce. So they call them exploding cucumbers.
That's so interesting. Sorry.
So
that's so cool.
And then the very, very last one. This is a really rare seed. I only got one.
Hope it works.
Annona hyprolochia. I can't even pronounce it. It's a rare wild cherimoya. So this cherimoya is the most delicious. They're my favorite fruit.
Remember the cherimoya, you guys?
Yeah, cherimoya.
Looks like snake skin.
So this is a rare cherimoya from somewhere in South America. It's very cold hardy, and it looks like it's kind of spiky and yellow. I'm so excited to see what happens with that. So
we're all sending love to that seed. We're all sending love to that
Thank
seed.
you.
Oh, that seed! What?
I was just reading what their people were saying.
I know. Dude, I'm getting...
rototilla. Rototiller.
Like rototiller?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Rototillers are awesome. It saves you so much work. I mean, you could work it with your hands, but rototillers, man, that's the way to go. So we'll be coming back super soon. I know that there's 28 of you here. It's really exciting. All I'm doing is setting up in my kitchen, and we're going to prepare this young Thai coconut young Thai coconut yogurt. All you need is young Thai coconut, the water inside. We're using 3 of them because I'm trying to get 3,000 calories in with this one meal. It's going to make a big dish of yogurt for me to just amp up my calories and try and gain some weight in a healthy way. You need whatever grapes you like, whether they're red or whatever. I'm using red grapes today. And then we also have passion fruit. We have fresh passion fruit and we have frozen, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two. But I tell you, the taste is there with both, which really surprises me. But when you dry the skins, they do look quite different. So come back and join me for that, and we'll probably be ready and set up less than half an hour. All my love to the 31 of you who are here. I wish that we could just go straight to the kitchen. See